Hey guys, so today was actually so good, and I think that was because I actually managed to get around about 2 hours of prep done this morning, and then I also was doing my mock interview not with a friend of mine, but we both had one mock interview after the other, so we basically spent this morning sort of trading stuff that we'd found, and it was really good, and the one of the interviewers I had is my doctor, and it was basically her husband and another doctor from the same practice, and it was so much better than I thought it would be. I think also because I'd actually armed myself with some information, and because although with some questions I took longer to respond, I did actually, I sort of knew what I wanted to say and actually took that time, so it was a lot better than I thought it would be. So that was really good. But I think one thing I wanted to address today was a question that Scozy asked yesterday, which was what I actually want to study at university, because I don't think I've really gone over this properly. And what I want to study at university is medicine. I want to become a doctor. And I think especially now actually looking into like the research and the sort of scientific side, but also how it can make people's lives better, has really sort of reinforced what I want to do. And I think some of the things that I found really fascinating at the moment has been stuff to do with cancer, like the fact that there are so many different studies being done on how we can, remove cancer without actually causing so much harm. Like, there was one study that was done recently, I think it was recently, which is where they actually unboiled an egg, so they literally made it back into what it used to be. But this was, the whole reason why they did this was to kind of prove that it can be done. And they want to use this for cancer actually, so you take the mutated cells and you unmutate them. I mean, how mind-blowing is that? Now, I think the main reason why the egg one is a lot more significant is because they did every single cell, and that's a lot of cells to do, especially with the size of the bonds. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. But another thing I've learned about was also the fact that they're looking at, I think it's cancer immunotherapy. Now, this is really interesting because it talks about the fact that the reason cancer cells aren't destroyed by the body is because they're able to sort of disguise themselves from the immune system. So what they're doing is they're working on ways of breaking down some of the proteins that these cancer cells have on their surfaces, which actually stop them from being detected by the body. So by doing that, they would actually be open as foreign cells, and they would actually be attacked. So the studies that they have done have actually worked on pretty much all patients, and they've shown significant improvement compared to chemotherapy, which I found amazing. I mean, it's just kind of crazy thinking that like the cure for cancer could quite literally be in a lifetime. Like, that's just crazy and so cool. And oh my god, I think it just the fact that you can actually be in a field where science helps people and isn't just cool. I mean, I think that's a really wide generalization, I think, because I think science helps people in all different ways, and you can't just say that medicine is the only one that helps people, but for me, that's what it does. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I would love to answer them. So yeah, I hope that covers a little bit. I know that was a bit of a tangent about the whole cancer thing, but I do genuinely find it very interesting. Like, science is so cool, but I have to say physics is probably definitely my weak point. Like, the maths kind of blows my mind a bit. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've all had wonderful weeks, because it's Friday! Woo! And I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.